So before we talk about SHOT Show, specifically, we're going to talk about the last course that we just ran. So it was a PR1.
Okay.
And, you know, PR1 is everything is prone,
Yes.
right? For the at least first 2 days. So good class, good group of people. We had some people sign up for just day one. Some people sign up for day two. Some people take all 3 days, right? So awesome time. Had a really mix of people from like super experienced, just needed some correcting, improvement on the fundamentals, to don't know shit.
Yeah, and that's why I love PR1, because it's the fundamentals
Yeah.
for everybody.
And so we had a mutual friend, more your friend, but now my friend. Maybe, I don't know. He might not like me anymore.
Find out.
So, anyways, he helped us out with the website.
Yes.
We got the website taken care of. Now you don't get that stupid issue of like it's not secure, which is dumb as shit. But anyways, he helped us out. Hey, why don't you come to a class? He comes to the class. He's only supposed to be there Saturday, Sunday.
He was super pumped about it.
He was.
He would not stop talking about it.
And he did really well, you know, like he was doing well in the fundamentals. He was doing well in all the zeroing stuff. And we're about to get interrupted, aren't we?
Toddler break.
Toddler break. Talk it.
And go. So everyone's getting frustrated with paper targets.
So everybody's getting frustrated with paper targets.
They're hard.
They're hard, but they show you your mistakes.
Yes, they do.
Oh my God, I'm not shooting these tiny little groups, right? Or it's not going exactly where I want it to go. And, you know, dudes like not staying inside the bubble, not managing recoil. So now we adjust them, we fix their position, and now boom, it's fucking recoil spot on.
Yeah.
But now bullets not going where they want it. It's like, that's the game you play, right? Once you have the right position. So anyway, fast forward, and Monday, the 3rd day, all the classes are done. We decide to basically take them out, make sure their zero's good, go straight to the long range, verify data out to 3, 5, 7, all the way out to 1300. And then here comes the mile. Fucking boom, get the mile. Everybody's happy. Everybody got an impact on it. All right, let's grab our stuff. We're going to head up the little mountain. We're going to shoot the field course. We go over a little, like a hasty introductory to supported positions. And some of the guys took it really well. Our mutual friend, he was trying, right? But there was a little bit of that, I can't do this. Tell me what to do.
Fair.
I can't tell you what to do. You have to figure it out. So, well, I'm fucking a foot taller than you, Tyler. Yes, you are. So figure it out. If I was me, I would get here, but you are you. You can't.
And
Sorry.
that's what, you know, I had this discussion with him about, look, you know, that flexibility we talked about, flexibility, endurance, and muscle strength. What's the most important for you? And I've always said, assuming you have a baseline, for me, flexibility is number one.
Oh, flexibility, being able to like look at a position. This comes with experience, which he doesn't have. Trying to get into a position, he's like, I just can't make this work.
And to be fair, shooting on this side of the mountain, shooting left is always tough.
Yeah. So like the natural terrain is just difficult.
Yeah.
And you know, so we keep going position to position to position. And like sometimes you look at me like, well, they took the good positions. Like, well, fucking wait for them then, or find another spot, you know, like, and you know that I'm just not the coddling type of individual.
Correct.
So I let it go. I could see his frustration, one, because he's struggling with positions, but then he's missing, right? And then I say, all right, do the drag and drop method that we talked about. Put your reticle where you aimed, look at where the impact went, drag, drop, shoot. And he's like, it's not working. I'm like, well, then you're not doing it right.
And this is where we get into a feedback loop. A frustration leads to more misses, which leads to more frustration.
Yeah.
And that happens.
It does. It absolutely does, right? And he's just getting more and more upset and like frustrated with himself, with his gear, with the positions, like everything.
Love it.
You know, and I'm watching it all unfold. And I'm like, he's gonna break. He's gonna break.
He's gonna blow up.
So we get to a certain point where he like tries to get down into the prone position in this flat area. He's looking left. The target's to the right. And I gave everybody a map. Like, here's where the targets are. And he like gets down, he looks, there's a mountain in front of him. So he stands up, he throws his bag. He's like, I can't even fucking see it. I'm like, you need to chill the fuck out. All right. I don't know if you need to go take a walk, like walk to the bottom of the mountain and come back up. But we're out here on a Monday shooting guns, having fun, and we're missing. It's okay.
Everybody's gonna miss.
We're fine, right? You are just driving yourself mad right now. And the fucking target that you're pissed you can't see is actually over here. I was like, so calm the fuck down, have a good time, or just walk and come back. He's like, okay. Grabs his stuff, moves, gets in position, and he was good from then on. Right? He just needed that stern talking to of like, Tyler's tired of you throwing a tantrum in your mind.
And that's gonna happen. And that's gonna happen on that field course.
It will.
And it's designed that way.
So the lesson out of this is not to throw our homie under the bus, but
No, we love him.
if you're out there and you're having a bad day where you're missing, you can't find the right position, right? All the growth happens when you fail.
Mhm.
Like, very rarely do you do something perfect. You get that first round impact, right? You shoot the 13. We had a student who shot 1,300.
Mhm.
First round impact. Could not hit the mile for 21 rounds, right? And it's like, what did you learn from the 1,300? Well, I hit it. Well, clearly it didn't help you with the mile.
Because there was no
right?
teaching moment.
Because there wasn't, right? So you got to have those failure moments, but you can't let them get to you. You have to take a step back and you say, okay, why didn't I hit this target? You get 2 shots at every target. So if you miss on the first round, what's your excuse for missing on the second, right? The first could be wind, it could be anything, but you got a second opportunity. So if you didn't fix your mistake the first time around, now it's your fault.
Well, and here's what I love. Because as he's explaining to me the struggles he's going through, and as he's like, I was gonna call me a bitch and say it through a tantrum. What I love about it is as he's explaining to me on the phone what happened, he's telling me what happened and he's telling me what was wrong.
So he knows
Which,
what was wrong.
which means he learned by failing.
Yeah.
And when those start to click and you're like, oh, like I was struggling because of this, that's the whole point of class.
That is.
That this isn't, you're not gonna win at practice.
Yeah.
This is, you need to go out there, you need to fail, it needs to be hard. Because those are the teaching moments. It's like, not to compare people, like it's like a dog. Like if you don't ever set up a dog to teach,
No.
don't give them teaching moments, they're never gonna be good dogs.
Yeah.
You have to give students teaching moments. It's gotta be hard, they gotta fail, and they gotta know why.
Mhm. So
And they gotta not throw tantrums.
yeah, there's that, right? Some of the targets are small, and even on the long range course, the targets that I put up at 7, 8, and 900 were all 12-inch targets. At those distances, I mean, you are under 2 MOA for each
Yeah.
target, right? And the further we go out, the worse it gets.
Yep.
And like, there's very minimal hits, and you can see across the board, like some people, there's frustration starting to build, and other people are sitting there questioning, like, why didn't I hit the target? Was my wind call bad? I'm in not good position, and that's the level we're trying to get at. Is it's a tiny ass target. We know your rifle is capable of the accuracy required. Why didn't you hit? Right? And dude, I love the class, right? Even though it's basic shit.
That's what I love about it.
That's where you see the most growth is through those 3 days.
Yeah.
Right.
And out of seasoned shooters. I mean,
Yeah.
guys who have a lot of experience come to PR1 and just absolutely fall on their ass. Not that they're bad shooters, they just lack the fundamentals as we teach them to really, like, I don't want to say succeed, but I mean, yeah, I mean, to succeed,
To
you need
succeed,
those.
I would say that what I'm noticing more and more is that we're getting experienced shooters. We're getting shooters that have been through other courses come through, and I'm like, okay, this is what we're looking for. Why? Crickets. Like, nobody's being taught the why.
Yeah.
So you can't really sit there and evaluate yourself or understand why you missed if you don't understand why you're doing something. Like, oh, I'm doing this because I need to manage recoil or whatever it is, right? But if you don't understand that why, then making your own corrections is just not going to happen.
Yep.
So that's a huge one. And that is going forward, gonna be even more shit that I harp on is like, you gotta know the why. So I will always preach why. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why did that happen? Like, what did your failure at this cause? Because they gotta start understanding why. We only get 3 days with them.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's why there's PR2.
after they leave, you know, they gotta be able to grow themselves, or they'll just be stuck in that. They were only good at the course.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Well, and that's why I said, like, you gotta take what you learn at PR1 and you can fall on your face the whole class, but you gotta know, remember what you were taught so you can take it and actually put it into place later.
Yeah.
You're not really practicing at class. You're just learning what you need to learn at class so you can go home and practice later.
Yeah. Wish there was more time. Wish there was more time. But anyways, appreciate you guys listening. That was our short little snippet. Had to bring it up. He's been on my mind. And it's been 4 days now. And I still think about the mountain and how it takes people's souls.
It does.
So
It's awful.
all right. Thank you guys for listening. This is Tyler, Jeff. We're out.